Welcome to Arts District. I'm your host, Carrie Saldo. More than the sum of his film work, most notably the Academy Award-winning 12 Years a Slave, the British-born Steve McQueen is also a distinguished visual artist. His works include sculpture, photography, and video art. McQueen's approach shuns simplicity, challenging people to think deeply about race, ethnicity, and the nature of human conflict. He discussed that and more with me while at Anderson Ranch Arts Center in Snowmass. We're here at Anderson Ranch, and you've been invited to take part in the symposium. In terms of your speaking to people about making the change that you want to see, what do you think that you'll discuss?
I don't think I'm interested in social justice or making a change as such. I'm an artist, that's all, plain and simple. And it's not about sort of, I wouldn't at all be so presumptuous to say that I'm sort of interested in social justice and change the world. No, it's not that courageous at all. What it's about is just trying to tell the truth within work, within art. That's what an artist, I feel, should be doing. Looking at some sort of idea of what truth is as such, or trying to. It's absolutely unobtainable. But that's the whole point and that's the whole purpose, I think, of art. If it's to present something which is beautiful, or if it's to present something which is ugly, or present something which is uncomfortable, well, then so be it. So that's what I'm about.
In terms of your work as a visual artist, you appear in many of those short films. Was there anything that your being the subject taught you, or that you learned that you feel like you apply to being a director?
Well, I haven't sort of participated in any of my films since 2001, which is like 12 years ago. So that's a long time ago. At the time, it was a case that I could do it. It was one of the situations where it was immediate. But that was a long time ago.
I think I read that you said you're available and cheap.
Well, there you go. I mean, you're starting out as an artist. You grab what's attainable and what's possible. So that was 12 years ago. It was the last time I was in a film. I think it was Drum Roll, possibly 2001. At the beginning of the question, you were stating that people know me for my feature film work rather than my film work. Well, I feel that art is a very exclusive club. And the reason why it's an exclusive club is because it's to do with education and to do with people who are introduced to that particular activity or that particular kind of way of making art work, whatever you call it. And of course, with film is narrative. Everyone, since you're a child, your mother or father tells you a story. So we're all educated, we're all sophisticated storytellers, all of us. So movies are just a huge sort of course, it's just a huge aspect of that which everyone will know. But art is much more. The way I sort of describe it is, feature films are the novel, and art is poetry. So one is narrative, linear, and the other one is fractured, abstract.
What can art do?
Well, art is this one area which isn't politics, which isn't the media, and these are the two most powerful sort of influences or manipulators. I think with art, it's another outlet, it's another consciousness, it's another way of sort of examining or investigating certain things which are around us, and not just political, but from talking about love to talking about I don't know, the most sort of banal thing one can think about, as well as larger sort of issues as such, because it's another way of us having a way to communicate that rather than just sort of receiving what we do every day.
Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Pleasure, thank you.